Right, we're inside the 30-kilometre exclusion zone. This is the entrance to the town of Chernobyl.
Seems to be pretty much like to any of Ukrainian countryside small towns, because still the same facilities look like, and everything is pretty much the same. Typical dormitory for workers is right next to the left side of the van. Once those were private flats, today they are redone into dormitory, then small grocery, the one with red roof. For the whole zone, we have 3 groceries, and all of them are situated here just in Chernobyl town. Unfortunately, the choice is not very rich, but whenever you would like at least to have fresh bread, you can get it here in Chernobyl town. This quite colorful building with banners and posters that we have left behind to the left side of the bus. Former cinema, Ukraine. Today it is redone into the part of the memorial complex, Wormwood Star. And then all those big small rods.
We're just stopped here for another memorial in Chernobyl town. Ahead of me is a name of all the villages that were evacuated and all those signs just down there. So it's the villages no longer exist, as in there's no human habitation within the villages.
If you want to have a walk, it's totally fine. If you have questions, here I am for all the questions. I would like to answer all of those. This way, and it's all. No. It won't be like 3 microsieverts. I just made it 3 because, for example, when you make a stop, each tank is part out of the gas.
So, as I said before, these are all villages that were evacuated after the disaster. On the back of the signs, it's just basically saying that the villages don't exist anymore for people to live in, hence the red line through the back of everyone. Right, so we've just had our lunch in this orange building, so we're ready to head to, I believe, possibly either to the kindergarten or else the Chernobyl nuclear power plant itself. So far it's been a good day, really enjoying it. So I'll see you soon.
The city in the dorm is 0.30. So far mine says 0.77 or 0.76 microsieverts per hour. This will be just slightly increased background level of radiation. A lot of us still plenty of the particles, all of them emit gamma rays as a type of the radioactivity and influencing the dosimetry. By the way, we are standing on the hotspot, so yeah, if it were summer, I will stretch out and then walk here. But so far it's just snow and fine at this point. So for me to show you, look, with hotspots, if you want to check whether the thing would be contaminated or no, you take the device and put it where the particles washed off from the surface of the tree, or some vehicles of the liquidators were staying here. That's why the water together with the particles got concentrated in the ground here. So you may check for the hotspot, then we may go to the kindergarten, and right next to the wall of the kindergarten there will be one more hotspot. So, let's go.
1.6.
I'm going to hit 3.
I did hit 6.
Kilometers away from power plant. Now, water is super down, so you can check.
It's just a radioactive hotspot. We're now getting into the famous kindergarten. Okay, so we're inside the kindergarten. It's a very famous room.
Next to it there is only the bottom part for the tower of the 6th reactor itself. Before these cooling towers, they were using just the cooling lake and a cooling channel in order to cool down the nuclear facility itself. Even the higher tower is unfinished. Around 40% should be added to the top of it for it to be of the regular size for the later usage. In a second, if you have a look to the left side of our bus, you will see such a new building. This is a new storage of spent fuel rods, dry type. This storage is not yet functional, meaning it doesn't house the road so far. They just continue construction of it and mainly busy with testing of the remote control machinery inside of the so-called hot cell, where the fuel rods will be cut into smaller pieces, then later to be put in special concrete boxes, 100 years being filled with energy.
Right, so we're now just across from the main Chernobyl plant off in the distance with the sarcophagus over it. That's another one of the reactors over there.
Radiation, unfortunately, on the site of the nuclear facility were running really very high. Within the first days after the accident, it was even impossible to measure the accurate data because the dosimeters, the devices they had, they were running out of scale. So no one would tell you what were the actual data, what were the actual levels of radiation within the first days and the first hours after the accident itself. But so far, the reactor was burning. It was releasing tons of radioactive materials into the atmosphere for 9 days. After it, as soon as they successfully extinguished the fire in the 4th block itself, so you know that they were pouring tons of water, then after it they were dropping special bags filled with sand, dolomite, lead, in order to seal the hole in the reactor for the temperatures to go down, because that was exactly the graphite. Until the 15th of December, the year 2000, on that day, our country made the power plant Chernobyl nuclear facility being closed for decommissioning. So the main reason for us to close this nuclear facility on that day was the so-called document is Memorandum of Friendship and Understanding. That is the way they call it. It was during the sliding of the arch, they're close to the wall of the 3rd block. Then, having a look at the surface of the new safe confinement, you might notice such a vertical line even that divides the arch in 2 halves. That is the place where two parts of the arch were joined together. You know, and you remember from the film that they were built not in once, they were built in stages. So first 2 halves were built separately, then joined, and then only slid in order to cover the first sarcophagus or first shelter object.
So here we are, can't believe it, after all the planning, we're standing right in front of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. That's a huge sarcophagus, and there's one of the wild dogs of Chernobyl.
No, it's not the hotspot. There are no hotspots here. But it's a hotspot.
So we're just at the entrance to the city of Pripyat. This is a radiation warning sign at the entrance to the Red Forest, and this is just the sign of the entrance of the city of Pripyat.
Over there, that is Ukrainian lines at that moment, like the Republic itself. And it's more to the rest, like rest you have a look around the site and then moving on. If you have a look at the picture in that direction. Hotel Polisia meaning Woodland. Right next to it, this building, ex-administration of the city. These are the 2 facilities that were quite busy during the whole liquidation process. The open terrace on the top of the hotel was occupied by the general of the Air Forces Antoshkin, the one that was ruling the helicopters that were brought here from Afghanistan. And if having a look at the facility which was right in front of us,
That's like real slippy.
Don't slip on the ice here.
They go that way.
Quite unusual thing how in the supermarket in Soviet Union, where you have either the card system or the coins and the groceries are very scarce, and then you have the empty shelves, and here you have got the market. Couple of steps from here. I will give you 10 minutes of free time for you to have a walk around, for taking pictures. We will meet under the Ferris wheel on the opposite side. I'll show you one more hotspot and we'll move on, okay? Just be very careful. Great.
Be very careful.
Watch your step. Don't sit down in those bumpy cars and the wheel, and everything will be great.
Yeah, they get some decent pics, right? Can we get in? Yeah.
This is the highlight of the tour for me. The Dodgems, we've just passed them, and the famous symbol of Chernobyl and Pripyat is the Ferris wheel. This is a famous room with all the gas masks. For these were kids' gas masks. These kids were taught, that attack from the United States, whatever, was possibly imminent, so they were all trained in how to use gas masks. In the words of the famous again, 50,000 people used to live here. That's a ghost town.
Von unten durch die Glasscheibe. Ja. Das war aber einzigartig dafür, weil die bekannt eigentlich. Okay, das ist richtig fett.
what's so impressive is that like he was like a big traveler in like 1910 or so. Oh, he's dead. Yeah. Yeah, the house, or this is like a, it's like a recycled piece of like a mosque. Nur rangesucht, nur dann gesehen.
This is Digger 3, the Russian woodpecker, which was a Soviet early missile defense, usually to detect any incoming missiles from the United States. Massive structure, really big.